My name's Madison Fox, and I was born September 16th of 1991. Now, considering I had just been born in September of 1991, I can't exactly say I remember what was going on then. It wasn't until probably about 3 to 4 years later that I started getting my first memories. But even since then, a lot has changed. Everything from movies to music to income to monthly rent to even who the president is. It almost seems as if in 2015 absolutely nothing is the same as it was in 1991. Now, in 1991 of September, George H.W. Bush was the president, and the average income of a household was about $29,000 per year. And then there was rent, to rent an apartment or a house or anything along those lines, averaged about $495 a month. Now, without even telling you, I'm sure you all already know that there's a huge difference in prices since 1991 to today in 2015. Now, the average person makes about $25 an hour, which comes out to roughly $850 a week, and that's about $40,000 yearly. So it goes without saying that the prices of things have also went up a great deal. A gallon of gas in 1991 of September was about $1.12. And you all know now it's about $2.40 depending on where you go and also depending on the day. But that's actually considerably low for what it's been over probably about the past 5 years. In Michigan alone, it's went up to almost $5. And a lot of other states, it's been significantly higher than that also. So that in itself has changed drastically since 1991. Also, food. The prices of food have went up quite a bit. A pound of bacon is about $1.95 in 1991 of September, and eggs, a dozen eggs was about 85 cents in September of 1991. So, like I said, a lot has changed. Um, but the annual income, is what makes this go up and down throughout the years. So I'm sure that it's going to increase even more throughout the years if they decide to raise minimum wages again. Now, other than food and income, there's things such as movies and music that have changed a lot since September of 1991. Bryan Adams, the song Everything I Do for You was the #1 song in the month of September of 1991. And then a few other artists that were on the top 5 of the billboards were Paula Abdul, Lenny Kravitz, Amy Grant, and Roxette. Now, I personally, being 23 years old, have heard of Bryan Adams, Paula Abdul, and Lenny Kravitz. However, I do not recall them making any new music over the last even probably 5 to 10 years. I mean, Paula Abdul was on American Idol, and Lenny Kravitz was at the Super Bowl with Katy Perry. But as for new music, and probably in the next 10 years, those will be people that no one has even heard of. And Roxette and Amy Grant are 2 people that I've never personally heard of. So that's changed quite a bit since 1991. And then there's movies. The most watched movie in September of 1991 was Child's Play 3. And then there was also Beauty and the Beast, Fisher King, and then My Own Private Idaho were some other popular movies in that month of 1991. Now, I've heard of Child's Play 3 and Beauty and the Beast. I've seen Beauty and the Beast, never seen Child's Play 3, and then the other 2 I've never even heard of. I don't even know what they're about. So again, there's a lot of movies from the past that we've all heard of, and then there's several that were very popular and then went unnoticed as the years went by. So those are just a few things comparing 2015 to September of 1991, but there's also some interesting facts of things that were going on in that month that are still relevant today, and some that may not be. But the cover of Rolling Stone, there's somebody new on the cover every month, and in September of 1991, that was Sebastian Bach was on the cover. And then September 30th of 1991 was when the show Jerry Springer officially debuted. Other than that, there was September 11th of 1991. There was actually 2 plane crashes on that date of 1991. There was the Continental plane crash, which took place in Houston, Texas, where 14 people died, which was caused by a breakdown in communication by the main air crew. And then there was the air crash in Saudi Arabia, where 263 people died. And then other than that, there were some things in sports that also were going on in September of 1991. The New York Yankees' final game at the Baltimore Orioles Memorial Stadium took place, and then Nolan Ryan's 4-3 victory over the Twins also took place. Um, some historical facts are Nelson Mandela became the president of the African National Congress, and then there was also the death of Ernst Herbeck, who was a German poet who died in September of 1991. So as you can see, there's a lot of things that have changed. There's some things that are still relevant today, and a lot of different things that took place. I learned a lot from this. There's a lot of things that I didn't know, and I hope you also learned a lot. And a lot has changed in the last 20 years, which makes me question how much is going to change in the next 20 years, and excited and also nervous. So thank you.